Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the IRB InVIT call hosted by the company for discussing the unaudited financial results for the quarter ended June 2023. We have with us on the call today Mr. Vinod K. Menon, Mr. Anil Yadav, Mr. Rushabh Gandhi, and Ms. Swapna Vengurlekar from IRB InVIT team. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and after the opening remarks by the management, there will be a question and answer session. Please note that the duration of the call would be 45 minutes, and any queries left unanswered after the call can be subsequently mailed to the management for adequate response and resolution. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now request Mr. Menon to give you an overview of the significant development during the quarter. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to all. I would like to welcome all investors and analysts on the call. Hope you have reviewed our detailed number as well as the presentation. We are distributing rupees 2 per unit for quarter ended June 30th, 2023. In line with our guidance, we are distributing 2 rupees per quarter. During the quarter ended June 30th, 2023, we have received a tariff revision of 5% across 4 projects, that is Tumkur-Chitradurga, Jaipur-Devli, Pathankot-Amritsar, and Talegaon-Amravati from 1st of April this year. As compared to the corresponding quarter of the previous year, we have witnessed 8% growth in toll revenue on like-to-like basis, that is excluding Surat-Dahisar project. The recently acquired Vadodara Kim HAM asset received a second annuity payment from NHAI along with the O&M payment. The cumulative amount received from NHAI for HAM asset is rupees for 186 crore rupees, and this was for full financial year. The investment manager on behalf of trust continues to evaluate the potential investment opportunity. The net debt to value of asset of the trust is 0.3:1, providing sufficient debt capacity for acquiring new assets, and the trust continues to have AAA rating from 2 credit rating agencies. I would like to request Mr. Rushabh Gandhi to take you to financial performance for the quarter and for the quarter. Over to you, Rushabh.
Thank you, sir. I will now present the financial analysis for the quarter ended June 23 compared with the corresponding quarter of previous year, that is June 22. The total consolidated income for the quarter ended June 23 stood at rupees 269 crore from rupees 295 crore for the corresponding quarter of previous year, that is June 22. Excluding the income from arbitration award of rupees 423 crore accounted for in the first quarter of FY2023. The consolidated toll revenue for the quarter ended June 23 stood at rupees 229 crore as against rupees 287 crore in the corresponding quarter of previous year. Excluding Surat-Dahisar project, the toll revenue has increased to rupees 229 crores from rupees 213 crore, registering a growth of around 8%. EBITDA for the quarter ended June 23 stood at rupees 227 crore as against rupees 253 crore in the corresponding quarter of previous year, that is June 22. Excluding the Surat-Dahisar project, which has been handed over to the authority, the EBITDA increased to rupees 227 crore from rupees 181 crore, registering a growth of 25%. Interest cost, which includes the interest on premium deferment, for the quarter ended June 23, stood at rupees 68 crore from rupees 35 crore in the corresponding quarter of previous year. This is mainly on account of the increase in interest cost from the newly acquired Vadodara Kim HAM asset. Depreciation for the quarter ended June 23 has reduced to rupees 57 crore from rupees 113 crores in the corresponding quarter of previous year. Profit after tax for the current quarter stood at rupees 101 crore as compared to 103 crore in the corresponding quarter of previous year. It would be worth to compare the toll performance with trailing quarter as well. As explained by Mr. Menon, we have received an approx 5% tariff revision which has been effective from 1st of April 2023. Normally, the fourth quarter has better revenue number as compared to the other quarters of the year. So we would like to draw your attention to slide number 5 of the corporate presentation which has been uploaded on the website, which pertains to the toll performance of Tumkur-Chittoor project. Considering the average daily collection for the month of April 23, which was around 11.2 million, May 23, which was 11.4 million, and June 23, which was 11.2 million. The average per day for the quarter ended June 23 works out to 11.3 million, which is around 5% higher than the average per day for the trailing quarter, that is quarter ended March 23. Which was 10.8 million. Now coming to the sixth slide of the corporate presentation, which relates to the toll performance for Jaipur Railway project. Similarly, the average per day for the current quarter, that is June 23, works out to 4.8 million, which is around 11.6% higher than the average per day for the trailing quarter, that is March 23, which was around 4.3 million. Coming to the seventh slide of our corporate presentation relating to Pathankot-Amritsar project. The average per day for the June quarter works out to 4.5 million, which is around 2.5% higher than the average per day for the trailing quarter, which was 4.4 million. We would like to draw your attention to 8th slide relating to Omanur-Namakkal Salem project. The average per day for the current quarter was 4.7 million, which is around 2.5% higher than the average of trailing quarter, which was 4.6 million. Coming to Talegaon-Amravati project, which is on slide number 9, the average per day for the current quarter works out to rupees 2.4 million, which is 4.5% higher than the average per day for the trailing quarter, which was 2.3 million. On the overall portfolio basis, which has been provided on slide number 10 of the corporate presentation, the average per day for the current quarter works out to 27.7 million, which is around 5% higher than the average per day for the trailing quarter, which was around 26.4 million. Thank you. I would now request the moderator to open the session for question and answer.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Davnesh Chawla, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. First of all, congratulations on a good quarter, especially since this is exactly almost a year since two major assets have left our portfolio, and yet we have maintained considerably good performance, especially on the DPU guidance. My first question is with regards to the Talegaon-Amravati project. As I can see, this current quarter we have a increase in toll collection. I just wanted to know how much of it can be attributed to increase in the movement of passengers, and how much can be attributed to the revision in toll. And secondly, I wanted to know, is there any other project which we are considering or which is in the late stages of discussion for addition in our portfolio? Thank you.
Yes. So with respect to Talegaon-Amravati, if we compare with the trailing quarter, that is Q4 FY23, per day average collection was around 23 lakh rupees. And this quarter, Q1 FY24, it's around 24 lakh rupees. So there is a growth of almost 5%. And from 1st of April 23, there is a tariff revision of 5%. If you compare with the trailing quarter, there is not any traffic increase. But typically, if you compare the Q4, is the strongest quarter in a particular year. So if there is no degrowth, I think the performance is more or less in line with the expectation. And with respect to the asset addition, yes, we are looking for the third-party assets as well. And at appropriate time, we will bring to the unit holder for evaluation once it is approved by the board. And with respect to the assets with the sponsor, there are 3 assets with the sponsor. All 3 are HAM assets. And once the completion is done, those will be offered to the InVIT. And if I will share the stage of completion of 3 assets, one is almost 60-70% complete, and we can expect within 1 year that project will be offered to the trust, and on that basis the unit holder can decide on that particular project. And the balance 2 also will be we will be eligible to transfer in next couple of years, probably one project within 1 year, and in next 2 years from now there will be total 3 assets which will be eligible to offer to the InVIT, and based on the unit holder's approval we can take it forward.
Okay, just a small add-up question. So, is there any internal competition for the same project with the what we can say the private InVIT which has been listed, or that is a completely separate matter?
So basically, the private InVIT appetite is totally separate, and as per regulation also, and they are based on their mandate also, they are taking a kind of development risk, and they are taking the underdevelopment project. And if you look at the private InVIT was incorporated in 2020, and from 20 till date, there was no distribution from the private InVIT. So it's a more kind of asset play, and it's a development platform. Probably we may see some distribution from the private InVIT coming, which will be get distributed to its unit holder. So what I was explaining that's a development platform, and there are most of the assets when the private InVIT was formed were under construction. Now few are completed, few are under construction. So then that InVIT is not comparable to the public listed InVIT. Okay. Public listed InVIT will scout for completed asset where risk is lower and where the asset can offer something to the unit holder.
All right. Thank you. Just one small hygiene point. If possible, next time on the conference call or something, you can probably add in an express joining invite. Because it takes a while to connect to the conference call after you're initially dialed into the universal number. That's it from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for your suggestion. Definitely we'll do that.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dheeraj Dave from Samvad Financial. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks a lot for providing me opportunity, and thanks for declaring 2 rupees distribution to the management. My question one is basically on this HAM asset which we acquired. Just wanted to understand, so because basically we have seen 32 crore increase in the finance cost as CFO mentioned over call. How much we could attribute it to the HAM asset? 67 crore in Q1 finance expense vis-a-vis 35 crore.
So I think large portion of that is attributable to the HAM asset. And if you look at the HAM asset in last full financial year has provided an income of close to 184 to 186 crore rupees. So considering that we have incurred interest cost of close to 30 crore rupees.
Okay, so as against 30 crore rupees quarterly, which would mean, assuming same interest rate remains, around 120 crore per annum.
I will request CFO to provide the exact detail on the same. What will be the approx cost on the same?
Yeah. Basically, sorry?
Yeah, please, sorry.
On the Vadodara in HAM asset, the quarterly interest would be close to around 20 crores. So our net is around 955 crores outstanding at the asset level. And the other part is there is an interest on premium deferment also, so which is linked to RBI rate plus 2%. So that rate has increased over last 1 year from somewhere around 4.25 to 6.75 currently. So even that increase has been attributable to this increase in finance cost.
Fair enough. So my question, what I was trying to understand was basically, does HAM has contributed anything positively to our distribution? Because while I understand we had a Surat asset for 1 month or something last year, and that has contributed, but the distribution remained 2 rupees to 2 rupees. To an extent, interest rate has gone up, but how do management see HAM asset contributing positively to the distribution? That's something. Maybe interest rate remains same. What do you see? You have given some guidance of around 50 paisa to 1 rupee something coming incrementally from that. So,
yes. So this year, considering the little higher cost, the HAM is contributing roughly 35 to 40 paisa, and we expect around 50 to 60 paisa contribution coming from the HAM asset for the subsequent year as well.
Okay, so that we should expect. Secondly, in Pathankot Amritsar, why we see some kind of decline, particularly in the toll details, traffic details which you have provided, multi-axle vehicle, and so any specific reason, because this asset has actually not given the desired result which we wanted. So what is management, what is the reason for decline in the traffic movement? If particularly in Pathankot Amritsar, we see significant decline in multi-access vehicle, 312 to 277, slide 20.
Yes. So basically, you are absolutely correct. Though, if you compare with the trailing quarter, the revenue per day was 44 lakhs, that has increased to 45 lakhs. But typically, the MAV is largely dependent upon the mining traffic. And if there are slowdown in the mining activity, then definitely that gets impacted, the MAV gets impacted. And due to some restriction on the mining, that has led a lower MAV vehicle in the Pathankot Amritsar.
Okay. And what is your view? Do you see any change, or it would continue to remain like...
I think typically the mining activity increase in Q3 and Q4, and because of the monsoon, second quarter is muted as far as mining activity is concerned.
Okay. And last one, which is, if I make a squeeze, in fact, this time we see a good amount of retention in the sense that distribution has been kind of NCDF has been higher than the distribution amount. So any kind of guidance which you would like to revise in the context that you have indicated 8 rupees for FY24. But if you look at cushion, last 3-4 quarters, we had been distributing almost like 90 to 95%. So we have built up reasonable cushion. So in that context, do you see any comment on that part?
I think as I was explaining that typically, if you look at the historically also, Q2 is the weakest quarter amongst the all 4 quarters. And because of the monsoon, and this time the monsoon was very severe as far as July is concerned. We have seen lot of flooding and other stuff. There is no damage to our road project as such, but definitely that flooding and other excessive monsoon basically lowers the traffic growth and even sometimes the overall volume as well. So considering that Q2 will be weak quarter, our endeavor will be try to retain 2 rupees to the extent possible.
Fair enough. Thanks a lot and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Santinder Bedi from ION Infotech. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity, Mr. Menon and the IRB team. But I must acknowledge you're accepting our request that there be a time gap between the release of results and the call. Okay? So thank you for that. So any update on the arbitrations for Tumkur, Chitradurga and Pathankot Amritsar? Any update that you would like to share, or it's still ongoing?
The matter is still going and yet to reach the finality. Once it reaches to the finality level, we will update you. And as of now, the arbitration is going on. Interim for Tumkur Chitradurga, interim arbitration award which allowed to start the functions of the escrow account. So the things on the project is on a routine basis going on. And once we receive the final outcome on Tumkur, we will definitely share. And Amritsar Pathankot with respect to the farmers' agitation claim, that is also going on. And once we see some clarity, we will definitely would like to share with the unit holders.
Okay. What is the cash retained at the trust as of 30th of June?
So as on 30th June, the outstanding cash balance was close to 274 crore, which included DSRA of 120 crore, even the current distribution also. And if we exclude the current liabilities, the balance would be around 15 to 20 crores, around 20 crores.
Okay. And what is the average cost of debt at this point in time?
8.5 to 8.7, somewhere between that.
And have all the, so is it linked to repo rate or T-bill? So what is the external benchmark our borrowing is linked to?
It's linked to the MCLR rate.
Okay. And have all the increases already come into our current 8.5 to 8.7 rate, or is there still some increase that has to happen, because they typically happen with a rest which is with a lag? Okay.
So the increase have been taken place. All the increase have taken place.
And so what is the default premium on Tumkur Chitraduga?
It would be, including the interest, it would close to 500 crores.
About 500 crores, okay. And so what is the settled now project?
Sorry to interrupt, but the audio is not quite clear in between for you, sir. If you could use the handset.
Okay. I hope it's clear now. So, what is the settled cost of the KIM project X of the NHI grant? So, what is the final settled amount of the project cost?
For which project, sir?
The HAM project, the VK1 KIM project.
VK1, I think the settled cost is 1412 crore rupees.
Okay, so 1412 crore rupees is the settled cost. Okay. I'll come back again with you, sir. Thank you for the answer. I'll come back again. Okay,
yes, just to touch upon, EV at which we have acquired, it was 1297, and the settled cost with NHI is 1412 crore rupees.
Okay, so we are getting this interest and our return of the original investment project cost on 1412.
Yes.
So it would be a decreasing balance. So as and when
I understand. Yeah, and the original as of the start of the annuity schedule, so this was 1412, and now obviously it will be getting written down. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, thank you. I'll come back again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vivek Sureka, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, my question's already answered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, you may please press star and 1. Participants, to ask a question, you may press star and 1 at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our last question for today. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Menon for closing comments.
Thank you. I would like to thank all the investor and analysts for joining this call. We expect to speak with you in the coming quarter, post the coming quarter result as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your conference for today. We thank you for your participation and for using Research Bytes conferencing services. You may please disconnect your lines now. Thank you and have a great day.